This is Henrik Nordhus
and Tamara Medodjevic reporting. King Street, Newtown. It is 11 p.m. on a Saturday night and the street is buzzing with eager partygoers. After the lockout laws were introduced, the nightlife has skyrocketed in the once quiet suburb. Tyson Hurdley is one of the many who are now choosing the vibrant town instead of the CBD for a good night out.
I used to go out in King's Cross prior to the lockout laws, but now I hang out in Newtown. Much more vibrant scene, a lot more people, lots of things to do, and it's just a great time and a good night out.
And it's not hard to understand why people are now choosing Newtown and other suburbs outside the lockout zone over the once lively CBD.
This is King's Cross. It's 10 p.m. on a Saturday night and the streets are empty and dead. It's hard to understand by the look of it how this used to be Sydney's #1 nightlife and entertainment centre. Mr. Doug Grant, CEO of the King's Cross Liquor Accord, said that the lockouts have had a devastating economic impact on nightclubs and late-night businesses.
The lockouts in Sydney have created a certain negativity towards Sydney's culture and vibrancy. In King's Cross, who I represent as the CEO of the King's Cross Licensing Accord, we've seen that greatly since the first restrictions came in place here from December 2012. So whilst those restrictions were in place, the actual lockouts came in on top of those in 2014. And since 2014, we've lost over 20 businesses or nightclubs in this area. And that's obviously had a very negative impact in this area. The actual City of Sydney data, it showed an 84% reduction in foot traffic over between 2010, 12 and 14 on the measurements that they made in this business district. So it's been absolutely devastating lockouts have been devastating for King's Cross and certainly for the CBD.
However, not everyone is against the lockout laws. Greens member and King's Cross resident Mr. Peter Stahl have lived in the area for 5 years. He has witnessed drastic changes after the laws were in place. Peter disagrees with his party's anti-lockout law stance and supports the Liberals for introducing the lockouts. Mr. Stahl believes that the future of King's Cross will be a nicer place to live and an ideal place for families.
Just purely from the perspective of a resident, being in King's Cross is a much quieter and more family-friendly place to live now. Definitely less noise. Used to have people screaming outside my window occasionally. That doesn't happen anymore, or if it does, it's very rarely.
King's Cross might be a more family-friendly place after the introduction of the lockout laws. However, it will only benefit wealthy families. Unit prices in the suburbs surged by 25% in the first year after the laws were introduced. Real estate agencies and investors have flocked to the area after the nightlife vanished. King's Cross is now one of Sydney's most desired suburbs for investors.
Great news for Sydney's property market. Not so great for King's Cross late night venues and businesses. With real estate buying up all the land, it's doubtful that King's Cross nightlife will ever look like this again.